There's a kind of pain that hides by going quiet. You don't cry, you don't rage. You just stop registering the temperature of your own life. The good things don't land, the bad things don't move you. Someone laughs, and you know you should too, but your body doesn't follow. You used to call it strength or maturity. Now you call it nothing. But numbness is never nothing. It's what happens when the feeling part of you stops believing it's safe to exist. Tonight isn't about fixing your emotions or forcing joy. It's about understanding why you went numb, what that silence is protecting, and how to gently turn feeling back on without drowning in it. We'll look at the psychology of shutdown, the survival math behind emotional disconnection, the strange comfort of emptiness, and how to begin thawing in a world that once punished you for having a pulse. You don't need to feel everything. You just need to feel enough to come back. Imagine this. You're sitting at dinner with people you love, and you feel like a ghost. They're laughing, telling stories, but everything reaches you through thick glass. You nod, you smile, you say the right words, but it's like you're watching a movie dubbed in a language you used to speak, and later when you're alone, you wonder what's wrong with you. Why can't I feel anything? Why does everything feel muted, like life lost its color? The truth is, you did feel once. Too much. Maybe as a child your nervous system got flooded. Fear, shame, chaos, and no one came to help you hold it. So your body made a choice. If feeling equals danger, then I won't feel. It's genius, really. Numbness is an intelligent adaptation. It's your mind saying, we're not built to survive this level of pain, so I'll turn down the volume. But the switch never flipped back. So now, when things are safe, you still can't feel safe. When things are good, you can't register good, because your nervous system only knows one rule: stay quiet, stay invisible, stay alive. And that survival rule doesn't vanish just because your environment changed. It becomes your personality. You call it, I'm just low maintenance, or I don't get excited easily, or I'm just chill. But beneath that calm is a body that's still hiding from the memory of noise. Have you ever looked at a sunset and thought, I should be feeling something right now? If so, you're not broken, you're just frozen. Let me know if that's you in the comments, because half the healing begins when you realize numbness isn't apathy. It's evidence that you once felt too deeply. Psychologists call it emotional blunting, but your body calls it protection. When the nervous system detects chronic danger, whether that's violence, rejection, or constant emotional unpredictability, it triggers one of three primal defenses: fight, flight, or freeze. And freeze is the quietest of them all. It's the moment the deer stops running and goes still, the moment your body decides that motion itself could get you hurt. You stop crying because crying didn't change anything. You stop asking because asking made things worse. You stop needing because needing got you punished. Over time, that physical freeze becomes emotional anesthesia. Your brain lowers serotonin, numbs dopamine response, slows heart variability, all to keep you from feeling too much. You don't even realize it's happening. You just call it burnout. Or, I guess I've grown up. But you didn't grow up. You armored up. Somewhere along the line, you started confusing not feeling with not failing. You learned that showing emotion made you vulnerable to being mocked, dismissed, or ignored. So you mastered neutrality. You became the calm one, the reliable one, the one who never loses it. People thanked you for it. You're so strong, they said, but what they were really admiring was your ability to disappear without dying. And that's the tragedy of emotional numbness. It gets rewarded. You become the one who doesn't make things harder, who doesn't ask for help, who smiles through every collapse. The culture calls it composure. The body calls it collapse. Inside, you start mistaking emptiness for peace, Because peace, you were never taught, can actually include aliveness, tears, laughter, shivers, awe. Peace doesn't mean silence, it means safety while feeling. Here's the strange part. After a while, numbness starts to feel good, predictable, safe. You tell yourself you prefer solitude. You curate low-stimulation lives, same coffee, same playlist, same routines, because too much sensation feels like danger. But beneath that control is exhaustion. Because keeping yourself numb takes energy. You have to constantly suppress the part of you that still wants to feel. And every time it flickers, every time something moves you, you rush to smother it again. Why? Because feeling again means risk. Joy might be followed by loss. Love might reopen rejection. Excitement might lead to disappointment. The mind remembers. Last time I felt, I got hurt. So you chase calm until calm becomes a coffin. But there's no such thing as feeling nothing. There's only feeling suppressed so long that it starts disguising itself. You think you're indifferent, but you're really grieving. You think you're empty, but you're full of unshed emotions frozen mid-air. Therapists sometimes call this flat affect, but poetically it's more like emotional frostbite. The nerves are still there. They just can't transmit warmth anymore. And when someone finally touches you with real care, it hurts. Not because they're hurting you, but because they're reaching skin that's been starved of sunlight. That's why intimacy can feel unbearable after years of emotional drought. The body confuses comfort with danger, because both require surrender. So how do you come back from numbness? You don't break the ice with force, you melt it with warmth. This is where we stop chasing catharsis and start practicing safety. The nervous system doesn't respond to insight, it responds to consistency. You can't think your way back into feeling. You have to teach your body that it's safe again. Start small. Notice texture, the way water feels when you wash your hands. Notice taste, the first sip of something warm. Notice breath, the tiny movements under your ribs. Those aren't mindfulness cliches, they're literal neural exercises. They wake up dormant sensory circuits and signal, it's okay to be here. Then, when emotion shows up, grief, anger, even joy, don't interrogate it, don't rush to explain or fix it. Just let it land. Tell yourself, this is safe data. My body is speaking again. The goal isn't to feel happy, it's to feel available. You can't rush thawing. You can only keep the fire lit. Some days you'll wake up and feel everything at once. You'll cry in the grocery aisle or laugh at something small and think, is this what being alive feels like? Other days the numbness will return, whispering, see, nothing's changed. But relapse isn't failure, it's repetition. Your nervous system testing if the new world is still safe. Healing isn't linear because safety isn't immediate. You're reintroducing yourself to your own emotions, and they're wary guests. They want proof you won't exile them again, so keep offering proof. Rest when you need to. Tell the truth even when your voice shakes. Stop apologizing for needing warmth. Replace I'm fine with I'm still thawing. And remember, numbness was never your enemy. It was a brilliant friend that carried you through hell. You just don't need its protection anymore. Save this video if you want to revisit it on the days you forget what feeling feels like. Healing from numbness isn't about turning on the floodlights. It's about learning to live by candlelight again. Here's the quiet miracle. Your ability to feel didn't die. It went underground, waiting for you to stop surviving long enough to listen. You are not empty, you are archived. Every laugh, every tear, every ache is still in there, waiting for permission to surface. So tonight, sit with yourself like you would with someone returning from a long war. Don't demand stories, just pour them water. Wait. The thaw takes time, but it always happens. If you want more gentle, honest maps like this, subscribe. It helps this work find the people still frozen in silence. From numbness to noticing, from armor to awe, from survival to self.